Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do a video on how to start the ketogenic diet. I've had a few people ask me or say to me, hey, you know what, I'm really interested in this diet, I just don't know where to begin. So hopefully this video helps y'all. So I'm going to base this video on assuming that y'all did your research, because the ketogenic diet isn't for everybody, honestly. So it's always good just to do your research and make sure that it's a diet that's going to be appropriate for you. So I'm just gonna kind of go step by step on how I started the ketogenic diet. I have been on the ketogenic diet for 5 months and I have lost 49 pounds. So I just wanted to throw out there, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just basing this on my own personal experience and my success that I have had on the ketogenic diet. Also, I feel like I should probably throw out there that you should probably consult your doctor or your physician first before you start any diet regimen. Even though I don't really consider this a diet, I consider it more of a lifestyle change, because I couldn't imagine myself not being on the ketogenic diet anymore. It's just a part of my life. It's just the way I eat now. So I would say the first step is understand what foods are acceptable on keto and what foods are on the grande no-no list. So basically what you want to do is you want to stick with the fattier meats and proteins. So get steak that has a lot of marbling in it, get chicken with the skin on it, eat salmon. Make sure you eat plenty of vegetables. Leafy greens are super good for you. Bok choy, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts. There's just so many. But stay away from the starchier ones, such as potatoes, corn. Carrots are acceptable on the ketogenic diet. I personally don't eat carrots because they do have more carbs and they do have more sugar. So definitely keep that in mind. They're not on the no-no list, but I definitely would eat them sparingly. You can have nuts. Just be careful with nuts because some nuts have more carbs than others, and you can have seeds on this diet. You can have dairy, some dairy, like you can have cheese, you can have heavy whipping cream. But definitely portion this stuff out, especially when it comes to nuts, seeds, and cheeses and stuff like that. I would portion those out because those are super easy, for me anyway, to overeat on those things. So I know a lot of people have asked me, can you eat any fruit at all on the ketogenic diet? You can. You can have berries. So you can have strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, blueberries. The thing is with the berries is they are higher in sugar and they are higher in carbs. Some berries are higher in carbs than other berries. But keep in mind with the berries, keep it to a half a cup to at the most a cup a day. So once you know the right foods to eat on the ketogenic diet, then make a meal plan. Make a menu. Figure out exactly what you're gonna make for the week, so that way it's just easier. And then go shopping, you know, that's the fun part. And get everything that you need to make and prepare all your meals for the week. Also, keep your net carbs at 20 grams or less. Even though most people only count their net carbs, total carbs really do matter as well. So I always try to keep my total carbs, make sure that they stay under 50, which usually they're well under 50. They're usually under probably 40. And then keep your total net carbs 20 or under, which mine sometimes is even lower than that. Honestly, the lower the carbs, the better I feel, to be honest with you. That's the biggest thing when it comes to getting into ketosis. It's the amount of carbs that you're eating. In the beginning, that's literally all I did, is I just watched my carbs. That was it, because I just wanted to get the hang of the diet, so I only counted my carbs. I didn't count anything else. And then this is the mistake that I made. I did not prepare for the keto flu. And you really, really need to. Keto flu is real. So basically what your body is doing when your body hits that keto flu stage, your body is switching over from running on glucose to running on ketones, or running on your own fat. And honestly, when your body's doing that, you might feel pretty darn icky. So make sure during this time you're getting plenty of electrolytes. Make sure that you're getting plenty of salt. Make sure it's the good salt. Get some sea salt, some Himalayan salt into your diet. Make sure you're getting plenty of it. Take a magnesium supplement, take a potassium supplement, and drink tons of water. Another thing I did, some people may not agree with me, but it worked for me, is I drink Gatorade Zero because that helps replenish those electrolytes as well. It does have all those fake sugars in there, so if you don't do fake sugars, then stay away from that, but that helped me. Also, you can get a lot of potassium and magnesium from your veggies too. A lot of your leafy vegetables, avocados, all that, they have the potassium and magnesium that your body needs as well. So incorporate lots of those into your diet as well, because that will help too. Another thing too, and I don't know if I would actually call this a mistake on my behalf, or if I would just call it, if I knew then what I know now, I would probably change it. But I didn't exercise until I was 6 weeks into the diet. I probably wouldn't do that. I would advise you guys to exercise. Maybe I would kind of get over the keto flu first, but then after that, and once you start feeling amazing, I would add in exercise, because once I started exercising, I felt even more amazing. And it was like, man, why didn't I do this earlier? But yeah, I would recommend I would definitely say get over the keto flu first, and then I would jump right into the exercising. You might want to start slow, just go for walks, or maybe do light weights, or just start slow, something that you're able to do and something that you're able to keep up with and is sustainable. But yeah, once I started exercising, I was like, I already felt amazing, because the keto diet in general makes you feel amazing and gives you a ton of energy. But man, I'm telling you, when I started exercising, my energy level seriously soared and went through the roof even more, and I just felt even more amazing. I was like, is that even possible? But it was. So I would definitely recommend exercise earlier rather than later. Personalized keto for you. Quite honestly, in the beginning, I really recommend lazy keto. Literally just count your carbs and that's it. And then maybe once you kind of get the hang of it, maybe even just wait until you hit a plateau and then reevaluate and ask yourself, okay, maybe I need to download a macro app, and maybe I need to really keep my macros right on point. Maybe I need to count my proteins and my fats and my carbs and count everything. But in the beginning, I would literally just keep it simple and do lazy keto until lazy keto doesn't work for you anymore. That's my opinion. And once you hit that plateau, then I would get a macro app and start tracking macros. Because once you hit that plateau, you're gonna have to change something. And honestly, tracking macros might be the next step that you'll have to take. And if you wanna know from the beginning what your macros are, so that way if you do wanna track your macros from the beginning and you wanna stay on point from the beginning, then I will link a video that I did right up above here and show you exactly how to figure out what your macros are for your body. Another thing too, guys, is listen to your body, because if you listen to your body, it really tells you a lot. A lot of times I'll drink my coffee with my heavy whipping cream in the morning, and that satiates me all the way until noon, sometimes 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Basically, before I eat, I ask myself, you know what, really listen to your body. Are you truly, truly hungry? And if the answer is no, I don't eat. But if the answer is yes, if my tummy is really telling me that I'm hungry, then I eat. And then while I'm eating, I really listen to my body until my stomach is telling me that I'm full. In the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. I was like, well, I'm hungry all the time. Honestly, I felt like I really didn't know how to listen to my body. It was something that I really had to dig deep inside of me to find that. I'm not even lying when I say that. So in the beginning, I didn't really do that. I ate breakfast, lunch, dinner, I had snacks, I had whatever, as long as it was keto friendly, which is totally fine. In the beginning, I think that's totally fine. I think that breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacking, whatever, as long as it's ketogenic foods and you're staying within that carb ratio, I say go for it. Because if you're like me, I was not able to listen to my body in the beginning because I was just so used to eating all the time and eating till I was stuffed and eating when I wasn't even hungry. Another thing too, you have to understand that in my personal opinion, I try not to talk about the diet unless somebody asks me, just because I feel like other people don't know enough about the diet. And so they automatically look at me and say, well, your body can't live without carbs. That is a horrible diet. If somebody asks me, if somebody says, hey, you've lost a lot of weight, what have you done? Then I'll, tell them and explain to them. And at that point, usually they're like, wow, that's amazing. So just be prepared that you might have, whether it be family, friends, whatever, they might not always have nice things to say about the diet that you're on. Take it one day at a time. It's just like, when you were 5 and you were learning to ride a bike, or when you were learning how to swim or whatever. It's just one day at a time, and let's say you screw up one day. Oh, well, I'm telling you, the first 3 weeks that I was on this diet, I screwed up so many times before I finally got it right, and it's okay. What the thing is I didn't quit. I picked myself up, I brushed myself off, and I got right back up. Have realistic goals. I honestly did not set goals because honestly I was afraid to. I was afraid to set goals because I was afraid I was gonna fail. I just went on this diet and I was like, whatever happens, happens. But if you do set goals, set realistic ones. You're not going to lose 50 pounds in a month. So, set small, realistic goals so that way you don't feel like you're setting yourself up for failure. Plus, if you bypass that goal, that's just another win for you. This is an investment I would probably get. I would get a food scale, and I would get a food scale because in the beginning you might not want to measure your food or anything like that, just because you're just going to be trying to get a hold of the diet, unless you want to measure your nuts or whatever. But once you get a little bit further in and you want to keep track of your macros a little bit better, then you're definitely going to want a food scale for sure, because you're going to want to measure out your food, because it's super easy to cut a piece of cheese and be like, oh yeah, this looks like a serving, but it's really 3 servings. If you don't want to go in now, that's totally fine, but eventually I would definitely put that on your list of necessities. This is probably the biggest thing that I did for myself. That was probably the smartest thing that I did when I started keto, is I kept it simple. And I still pretty much keep it simple. Sometimes I make these great menus for the week and I make these new recipes, and then other weeks I'm like, I'm keeping it simple, and I literally have like a protein and a veggie for dinner. And then like for breakfast, I'll have maybe a couple of eggs with some type of veggie. But yeah, keep it simple, you guys. And when you've been on this diet for a period of time, you just feel so satiated. The cravings literally just pretty much go away. I know a lot of people look at me like I'm crazy when I tell them that. They're like, really, you have no cravings? And I'm like, I really kind of don't. Every now and then I'll eat like a 90% chocolate, just like a little square or whatever. On this diet, you feel so satiated that I literally only eat twice a day. I eat my lunch and I eat my dinner, and I just keep it simple. So keeping it simple is just a time saver for me. And the last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is just how I've felt on this diet. When my body was running on carbs and I was eating carbs and sugars, I felt honestly, I felt tired. I almost felt lethargic all the time. I had no energy. I just wanted to lay around and eat. I had acne on my face. It's just amazing the changes that this diet has done for me. My face is so clear. This is like, I don't remember my skin looking this clear. It's been so long since I've had a clear face, a clear complexion, had this much energy. I never have GI issues anymore. Never. And in the past, I had GI issues where, I would eat and my stomach would be all rumbly and I would be gassy, and it was just, it was diarrhea or constipation and I don't have any of that on the keto diet. I just feel absolutely amazing, and I just thought I should throw that in there at the end of this video. But I just wanted to share this with you guys. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I would be happy to answer them for you guys. And I just want to say thank you to every single one of you guys. I just love you all, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.